Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Vibra got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Vibra finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Vibra got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Vibra finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Vibra got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Vibraville. Hope you're having a good day. Figured we'd switch it up. It's a Monday afternoon, and all across Twitter, YouTube, crypto views are down. It seems like it's getting censored like crazy on Twitter. So we got to just keep chugging away, bringing that content and let people know what Qubic is going to become and how it will take over the AI space. There's so much behind a chart, and that's what everyone's focused on right now. And it blows my mind. People won't take the time and look into the founder, look into the technology, look into the community. There's so much there. So we're going to do a little Monday afternoon stream. Hopefully if you guys are at work, you can just put the phone down or put your earbuds in and just listen. Because I don't have monetization on here. So you ain't going to get any commercials on the replay or anything. I noticed that too. When I'm listening to streams now, I can't go 10 minutes without having to go turn an ad off or skip it. And they're super long, man. It's just annoying. But looking at these bubbles in the past week, let's look at the past month. People say we're heading into the bear market. Selling may go away. There's just a relief rally. I don't know. Bitcoin printed 2 monthly green candles, and every time that happened in the past, that signified the bottom of the bear market. And I think we saw new all-time highs way before the halving last cycle. Everything's happening much quicker. So could this be the bottom? Maybe. Could it be a relief rally? Maybe. So nobody knows. That's why we need to just stick to our plan, keep DCing into these gems that we've found over the years of doing research, vetting projects, listening to AMAs, being in spaces, and certain projects, they just start to separate themselves. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, you just see the nonstop building, the growing, asking what the community thinks of this stuff. Where do we go from here? Qubic's constantly changing it up. Doing such a good job now, doing the AMAs on Twitter versus on Discord. The channel grew to over 100,000 followers immediately. So just little things like that matter, guys. And last cycle, we had so many just VC, I'm not going to call them pump and dumps, but just unnecessary projects. The market just got oversaturated with junk. Way too many projects doing the same thing or trying to claim they're building this brand new stuff that's going to change the world, when all along it was just, how do we get in and out as fast as possible? And that's the reality. But really, pumped up 200%. Axelar up 93%. Research Coin This is a gem, guys. This is Brian Armstrong's coin. The founder of Coinbase has a project of his own, and it is called Research Coin. If you don't know about it, go check it out. Blockchain, AI, blockchain, and decentralized science, they go hand in hand. Blockchain was built to make these technologies have the ability to scale and grow and learn at a rate that humans just can't do. And when I see some of these projects in the decentralized science field where they're doing all kinds of, studies on the human body and running genomes and all kinds of data sets that humans would take years and years, and they're doing it in one day. And you just see that AI it just has the ability to do so much more, so much faster. And as much as I'm skeptical about it because of how bad it can be to scam people, to just cause headaches in your life, the opposite side of it is incredible. So I got to look at AI like anything else. It's a tool. You can use your kitchen knife to butter your bread, or you can go do something stupid with it. Anything in this world, it's how you use it. They're just tools. So I just think decentralized science is a niche of the market. Blockchain and AI are going to completely revolutionize, and medicine, all that stuff. So I just like Research Coin. So check it out. But we're here to talk about Qubic, and people just look at the chart and then they look at the supply and they're like, oh my God, 200. It used to say a quintillion. What's 100 trillion? I don't even know. But I think that used to be the supply. It got cut down 80%. Now we're at 200 trillion, but we're deflating. If not now, very, very soon, because of Doge mining. It's changing the game for Qubic. We'll get into that in a little bit. But ignore the price charts right now, guys. It's irrelevant. All right. I found Qubic in right here in February 17th of 2024. So I was buying it at 5 zeros for all the way up. I didn't buy the top when it hit 4 zeros, but we bought up around here at 9,000, and then we bought the dip, and then it collapsed. And this is where I was able to hit my goals. Back when I first got in, my goal was to get 1 billion Qubic because it was $10,000 for 1 billion. So $500 got you 50 million coins. And now $500 gets you 800 million. That's the difference. So buying down here is a blessing. If you could just zoom out, understand where this project is going, it's going to be hyper deflationary. It's got the narrative, got the best founder in crypto. You can't sleep on Qubic. So what you need to be paying attention to if you're a chart guy is oil. Because until something changes here and this comes down, it's going to cause inflation. It's going to cause bad things in the markets. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, look at the Dow and stocks just tanked. But that's all right, guys. It's just reacting to the news. I'm pretty sure like I saw, I don't even know if it's real. It could be an AI video of like a U.S. destroyer ship hitting like a torpedo or something. So you can't believe anything on Twitter. If we're winning the war in Iran, if we're losing, just ignore it and look at the chart of oil. Because when oil goes up, the markets go down. And hopefully this is a low. I think the top is in. I think it's all fear porn to get people to think it's going to keep breaking out towards 150 and it's going to slam back down. That's what my gut's telling me. And the markets are going to send. So it's going to just be this constant volatility where Trump says something, markets tank. He says something bullish, the markets pump quick. And then they tank the next day. Like that's the world we're in. People don't have attention spans anymore. So you got to just constantly bombard them. with news and distractions and chaos. So just ignore it. All right. Stay away from it. Just watch the oil chart. When it comes down, that's what we want. The markets will move. So let's check out QubicTrade.com. If you don't know what this is where you go to buy other projects that are built on top of Qubic. So once you have Qubic in your wallet, not on an exchange, if any of you are holding Qubic on an exchange right now, get it off. I know multiple people that lost it on Trade Ogre. And Trade Ogre was like the sister company to Safe Trade that we use right now. But we send Tether in there. We swap it for Qubic. You withdraw it immediately. And once it's in your wallet, you can then connect your wallet right here to Qubic Trade. And then you can swap and put in orders. What I want to see is, and I'm sure it's going to come, where you you obviously connect with MetaMask, but I want to see a bridge on here where you can take your wrapped Qubic from Ethereum and come and swap it for tokens over here, or some of like Qmine and these bridge over to Ethereum, because there now is the wrapped Qubic on ETH. And this is another thing you need to be very careful about. When you come to Deck Screener and you type in Qubic, you get a bunch of coins on here. You get 2 on Solana, and these are not real. I mean, this pair is doing $3 in volume. This one's doing $170. And this one on base, I don't think that's real either. So you need to be very careful. The real wrapped Qubic here ends in F225. So if you want to make sure you're safe, you go to the F225 one, copy it here. But before that, look on Explorer here and come and check it out. And look at it. 52 holders. That makes sense. Not many people even know it's here. It's brand new. So you could see people just making transactions. Or that's what we want to see. And people are lazy, guys. They don't want to go to an exchange or somewhere to get it. They want to just be able to buy Qubic right on Uniswap. And that's awesome. It's there now. And I've had a couple people that bought the wrapped version over here because they just didn't want to download the wallet and all that. They had MetaMask, and this is perfect. I have no problem with that. It's the same thing. You're just not going to be able to come and get Qmine and Garth and Wolfpack and some of the other gems that I think are going to potentially outperform Qubic, because we saw it on Pulse Chain. The good altcoins that were leveraged on Pulse Chain, when it moved 4 or 5x, these altcoins did thousands of X's on top. It was crazy to see. I can't imagine Qubic will be any different once this gets up and running. And it would be one thing if the chart looked like this and there wasn't constantly new updates coming out, AMAs every single week, going to these different conferences and presenting Qubic to new people. Everything you want to see out of a project, I see here. Every time I go to Qubic.org even, the website seems like something has been updated or there's something new. And we got the bridge to Solana coming next, I believe. So we have Ethereum here now. How was it? It's 52 new holders. That's 52 more that might not have been here 2 weeks ago. So one by one, they will come. But guys, Qmine is my favorite altcoin on here right now. And the My Last Match, the game that's coming, it's going to onboard a lot of people, I think. I think it's going to really shock people. It's a fun game. I've been using test and beta mode. I don't know what I'm doing. I suck. I'm probably going to lose so much money in all my items. I'm thinking I got to think real hard about how to proceed with this because it's not for noobs. You're going to get, it's a savage game. But I hold, let's see, I'll go, I sorted the projects I hold here in the favorites because there's just so much dilution now. But Garth still airdropping every week. Nostromo's the launch pad. Qubic, I don't even know what it is. I think it's the NFT platform, maybe. But my last match, I was blessed to get a share at 700 million. I don't even know how I got it. I put in a limit order at 701 million, a million more than the highest bid at the time, and woke up one morning with one in my wallet. But Qmine, baby, at 4.3K. We found this thing at 290 Qs per coin. Way back. Oh, so I could go to the daily, not the hourly. Jeez. Way back in August of last year. Shout out Samson. He's the one that put me onto it. Like I saw one of his, I can't even remember, saw one of his videos, but you had months to get it, even below at 250. And then it pumped up to 3K real quick. And then we shot up to near 5. And then we're going to retrace probably 50%, I'm guessing. No, only down to 30. Wow. So we only retraced what? 25%, 30%. So that's not bad at all. Because for those of us that got in early, for holding Qmine, it's the best passive income play that I've seen. It pays the most out of any of the other altcoins. And I don't know, there was a website that showed the yield. I don't have it on this computer, but I will get it. And you can look to see the different smart contracts, how much they're paying. So if you buy, say, 1,000 Qmine tokens, just for holding them the next week, you'll get airdropped, whatever, 1.4 Qubic for each one. So you get 1,400 Qubic. So for us that got in early, we've already got back about, I think, 75 Qubic or 80 Qubic out of the 290. So at this rate, it's going to be about 3 years, and I'll have back my initial investment for a majority of my bag. I still bought up at like 2,200, like 1,400 on the way up. Once I understood the project, started talking to Eco, and understood he was an awesome founder. He's an OG in the space. He's friends with Come From Beyond. I mean, what else do you want to see? And when you talk to someone for hours on the phone, you get to know them a little bit better. And not one red flag at all. Not even close. He's such a good person. I would do anything for him. Anything he needs. If he ever reaches out, I'm here to help. Because you want to support the good people, the good builders in this community that have your back and aren't going to try to extract from you. Because it's so easy to do. To just lie and make a bunch of promises and then have something terrible happen. You see it all over crypto. But the people that are accountable, they make it right. They build, they learn from their mistakes. They don't even make mistakes, and they keep growing. And look at what this Qmine website, I mean, last summer compared to now, it's just looks so much better. The best passive income play, the first real world asset play, because what the Eco does is he has a bunch of mining rigs. So he mines Qubic, and then it gets passed down, it pays the bills, and then the rest of it gets split up between holders. So everybody wins. The price has gone up. So everyone that's got in early, that's held for 6 months or so is well in profit. Now you're getting drip your Qubics every week. And it's tied into the My Last Match, Wolfpack, and Garth. Like everyone's working together. So as the community grows, you have everybody on the same page, not kind of all over the place. And I think that is one thing that separates this community from others, the willingness for projects to work together. So I love it. Let's go. Seeker of the Truth. Great stream. Appreciate you. Camo Joe up on a ladder with headphones at work. Attaboy. Camo Joe is crushing. So he's been here. He works his ass off on the grind. And then he listens. I'm able to just to do research and be paying attention to cryptos. The best stuff I find, I pass it along, let you guys know. You get into them early. You buy them, you just hold and you wait and you keep working, you keep living. And soon enough, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 8 months from now, the day's going to come where these projects, they take off and they're not coming back. Like we're in that period right now where everything is being held back. The transition from Web 2 to Web 3 is happening. Everything is going real time, digital. Like AI is moving so fast. Like crypto's moving so fast. Not even, let alone AI. They can't even regulate it. I don't think DeFi is going to even be in the Clarity Act because they can't mess this up. It has to be done right because this is so important. Everything is moving decentralized. And the smartest people are the ones that I want to follow. And that's Come From Beyond, Eco, Rocks, all the guys in this community. So if you don't hold Qmine, I would take a deep look into it because it's going to be dripping Qubic to you for as long as you hold it. Qubic built a mechanism that turns mining revenue into permanent supply reduction. The Monero chapter just closed. Here's what it left behind and what comes next. So if you're not following the Qubic account, guys, go follow it. _Qubic_. 100K followers now. 5 months of Monero mining. 672 billion Qubic burned from inflows across 20 on-chain burns. A closing buyback ran April 3rd to 30th, $338,000. 24,000 individual buys. 412 billion more Qubic burned. 1.08 trillion totally removed. Not locked, not moved, gone. The part worth understanding, this wasn't manual. It wasn't a team decision made month to month. The protocol did this. Mining revenue flowed in, burns flowed out. Automatically on-chain verifiable. While the rest of the market was debating whether mining is a real use of compute. The mechanism didn't end with Monero. It rotated. Doge mining took the same role on April 1st. Same architecture, same burn pipe, different asset with a much larger revenue surface. The infrastructure that proved out over 5 months is now connected to a bigger source. Monero did exactly what it was asked to do. The architecture proved itself. The community voted to redirect toward higher leverage opportunities. The asset changed. The numbers will now unfold. So got pretty much Doge mining. The difference when they were mining Monero, you couldn't train the AGI or the AI models. It used too much of the network. So you sacrificed AI training to mine Monero. Well, now with Dogecoin, you can mine Dogecoin fully and have the training be unaffected. It can run at full scale and not have to slow down to mine the Monero. So everything can run full steam ahead while mining Qubic. So this is going to be a game changer. Dogecoin uses the same hashing algorithm, which runs on ASIC software. Dedicated machines built for that specific type of work. Qubic's AI training runs on CPUs and GPUs. Different hardware, different jobs, no overlap. The single architectural fact that changes everything. Instead of splitting time, the network runs both work streams in parallel. ASIC mines Dogecoin 100% of the time. CPU, GPUs train AI Garth 100% of the time. Game changer. It'd be easy to frame this as Qubic now mines a different coin, but it runs deeper. Under the old model, AI training only had access to half of the network's compute cycles. Now it gets 100%. That's a straight doubling of throughput dedicated to Garth. If you don't know what AI Garth is, this is the Mac Daddy. This is what Come From Beyond has been building and dreaming about for the last 20 plus years. Qubic was clearly on his mind when he was mining some of the first blocks of Bitcoin. A vanity address was created. One of the first, 4 wallets ever created was 15 UBIC. Qubic was put into that address in 2008 or 2009. That wasn't by accident. And here we are 17 years later. And it's going to be probably about 20 years until he sees that vision come to light. AI Garth is a pioneering project that's being developed on Qubic. It combines the fields of AI and distributed computing to create a collective system for solving complex AI tasks. AI Garth is a fusion of AI and Garth, an old term for garden or yard. Participants in the network donate their unused computational power to find solutions for various AI problems. People can contribute their system's resources towards a shared goal. One such problem could be an AI model that distinguishes cats from dogs. For this, the problem poser would provide a fitness function to rank different solutions. Participants would run a special evolutionary algorithm, observing in real time how close their solution is to the perfect one. The system's transparency allows anyone to pick up the progress of any other participant, either continuing their work or diverging towards potentially more fruitful directions. This process closely mirrors the traditional proof-of-work mining, with the notable distinction: AI Garth mining has practical utility. So now we have UPOW, useful proof of work. So this is going to be huge, guys. And the thing about Qubic is, once the network is built out and there's all these projects and models running on Qubic, they're going to need Qubic for gas to use the network. So that's what's going to make Qubic not just like a voting token, like Ondo, or like a governance token out here, which so many cryptos are. They don't do anything but give you a vote. So whales can just vote against anything anyone puts out there. So it's totally controlled. And like all of our data and stuff that we're getting stolen from us, from Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all these apps steal your data. We should be getting paid for it. And I think we will in the near future. We're going to get paid to use these different platforms instead of them draining fees from us. Everything's going to flip, guys, in the near future. And Come From Beyond is the one that's creating it all. Right? He replied to a tweet today or yesterday. So this guy's sweet. In 2010, a guy known as Art Farts secretly built a Bitcoin mining farm that controlled 25% of the network. He made over $5 billion of Bitcoin, stored it in cardboard boxes, and then disappeared. Bitcoin was pennies back then. The whole network was a few hundred people running it on laptops. Satoshi himself had publicly asked the community for a gentleman's agreement. Please don't switch to GPU mining. It'd ruin the fairness of the network. Most people respected the request. Art Farts did not. He was an electrical engineer with a deep knowledge of GPU programming. He'd previously been farming virtual currencies in video games, and PayPal had frozen his account for it. In 2010, he wrote his own private mining software and quietly turned it on. The CPU miners on the network were doing 10 mega hashes per second. Art Farts were doing hundreds. He was mining 50 to 100 times faster than everyone else. Within a month, he controlled 10% of the network. By December, he was at 25%. But Art Farts wasn't done. He also exploited a timestamp manipulation bug in the early protocol. By manipulating timestamps, he tricked the network into accepting faster mining rates than the difficulty algorithm should have allowed. Estimates suggest he mined over 1,000 additional blocks using this exploit, while rewards were still 50 a block. Another 50,000 generated through pure bug exploitation. While running all this, he also discovered the OP return bug, a critical vulnerability that would have let hackers spend coins from wallets they didn't own. He reported it to Satoshi. He patched it. Art Farts quietly saved Bitcoin from being destroyed, while simultaneously running the most aggressive accumulation operation in history. By August 11, he reported Art Farm was below 1% of the network only because the network had grown around him. His absolute hash rate hadn't dropped. The world had just caught up. And then Art Fart pivoted, designing a new mining algorithm called Script, which was engineered to resist ASIC mining machines that were starting to centralize Bitcoin. Script became the foundation of Litecoin. Then in 2012, he disappeared. He's never been confirmed to have sold any meaningful amount of his Bitcoin, and he has between 50 and 200,000. The wallets associated with his mining are still tracked by chain analysis, and most have never moved. So CFB writes, by manipulating timestamps on his blocks, he tricked the network into accepting faster mining rates than the difficulty algorithm should have allowed. Has caught my attention. 15 years ago, I was talking to a Russian-speaking guy who claimed that his friend had used that very technique to boost his hash rate. If that trick wasn't publicly known back then it seems I was just one extra handshake away from Art Farts. That person also mentioned Locust and Russian variant of his nickname, Kmeshcha, which is a combination of CMEX, LOL, and Kapush, Locust. I don't remember the context of that mentioning. Either Locust was the one who developed the hash rate boost trick, or he was a friend of that Russian-speaking guy as well. Interesting how memory stores something and then 15 years later recalls it being triggered by a single artifact. All right, CFB is the GOAT. Interesting, Locust led indirectly to Litecoin. Okay, just admit it. You are Art Farts with 200,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. So he admitted he was talking to a guy that was him or his buddy. You think that's it? You think there might be something more? We shall see. Guys, go follow Garth on Qubic on X. It's a great account, always dropping tweets. And Quottery, the new platform. People talk about Polymarket being fast. Quottery doesn't care about Polymarket speed. Most problems, you still have a speed problem. You place an order, it goes off-chain to a matching engine, gets matched, then comes back on-chain for settlement. It's hybrid, it's fast-ish, but not pure. Quottery runs entirely on-chain, and it's still instant. Order matching runs on-chain after every single order placement. No waiting for block confirmations. Short-lived events work perfectly. Create, trade, resolve, collect all in one session. The entire life cycle can complete in under an hour for short duration events. Qubic has been certified at 15.5 million transfers per second. The infrastructure isn't the bottleneck. Your conviction is. As Garth moves through every one of those transactions. Join us tomorrow when Garth walks you through the order book. 4 different ways your trade can be matched, including one that creates liquidity out of pure human disagreement. Shout out to Garth. It's going to be the new currency of Quottery. So how this works, let's talk about the actual mechanics. Every event on Quottery has exactly 2 sides, yes and no. Together, one yes share and one no share always equal a fixed value called the whole share price. 100,000 Garth tokens. If you think the answer is yes, you buy yes. If you think no, you buy no. When the event resolves, the winning side collects the full 100,000 Garth. The losing side gets nothing. The price you pay reflects your confidence. If you buy yes at 70,000 Garth, you believe there's roughly a 70% chance of this happening. The other side would be priced at 30% because whoever buys no think there's a 70% chance it doesn't happen. Together, the 70 and 30 equals 100. Always balanced. Buy cheap, be right, collect 100K, repeat. Join us tomorrow when Garth reveals why Quottery is faster than any prediction market on Earth and why Qubic speed what Qubic speed actually means for Garth real-time trading. Let's go. So this is cool. This Quottery is way better than poly markets. Like you could put a bet out when the stream started saying, I don't know, will Vibra piss his pants during the stream? Or what color will his hat be? And you can make these bets that are instant, that are 10 minutes. And Polymarket are like drawn out events or sports games or something that are 3, 4, 5 days away. So the fact that you can just instantly do stuff and Qubic has the speed to handle it, epic. Mel DeWeese, good to see you. Hope everything is well. You're going to be loving it too once the world finds out what Qubic is actually building here. And my last match. Oh, wow. Look at this new website. Let's go. No warnings, no answers. They descended. Light is your only chance of survival. My last match. Welcome to the world after the end. Let's go. So I was playing beta, but I embarrassed myself. I don't know what I'm doing. So I need someone to literally sit down with me and like show me how to play and what to do, because I couldn't even find a stick or anything. Samson was finding stuff. So I suck at this game, but I'm going to try my best. And I'm part of the Wolf Pack, the smart clan built on Qubic. So Eco and Rocks. So the Garth founder, the Qmine founder came together, made the Wolf Pack token. So it's a clan. They own a bunch of assets in the game, and I'm going to be a part of it. And I'm playing with them. I took part in the pre-sale at 400 Qubic, and we're right now sitting at 839. Well, so you could sell for 750 right now, 725 in volume. So if you got into the pre-sale, you could pull your money out and be free rolling. I mean, I haven't sold one. I'm not going to sell one for a while because there's no need to. I'm here to support the ecosystem, have it grow, watch it grow, take part in it, and just be here for the journey. So if you're not the Qmine Discord, if you own Qmine, you're not in here, join it. And you could see the payouts for every epoch. So May 1st, this past week, for each Qmine token you held, you got 1.71 Qs. If you hold a QWA smart contract, you got 240,000 for each one. And then for the Bitcoin mining, Qs per Qmine, 1.5. So you got 3.2 Qubic this last epoch for each Qmine that you hold. That's crazy. Guys, I got millions, it was more than 3 million Qubic in this past week. Like, that's crazy. But I got into it at 290. So 3.2 divided by 290. Wait, what's that? 97 weeks. So less than 2 years. If you got that, I got my initial back. This is crazy. And even if you bought in at 1,500, you're going to look at the price you bought in for. And then the amount of Qubic you're going to get back in the future is going to be worth what you paid for your bag after a few weeks. But that's crazy. I think the Bitcoin mining is where Qubic is really going. I think Doge is a test ultimately to start mining the biggest out there and be a competitor to like Grayscale, BlackRock, Michael Saylor. Because if they keep just gobbling up all the Bitcoin, like it's now just a Wall Street asset. So if Qubic can now start mining Bitcoin and become one of the biggest miners, and then looking at come from beyond stash, he can actually put up a fight. There's just so much potential in this community, guys. I don't know how people are seeing this or what they're missing, but it's just opportunity for us. So keep watching oil, guys, until it goes down. I don't think the markets are going to pump. I mean, maybe they will. Bitcoin's at 80 now. Sheesh. So maybe this was just a little scare. And now we're going to start coming back down. Because the smart people that I watch say it's all just fear porn. They're just scaring the shit out of people to just get it in people's heads. Oh, oil's going to 150. Oil's going to 150. And then it just starts to happen in real time. People start going long, and then boom, it drops straight down. Like, that chart does not look bullish to me. So once oil comes down, we'll be in a full bull. Could be in a week, could be in a month, could be in 3 months. Just gives us more time to accumulate. Keep buying these blue chips, and you will be so happy you did. It's the same thing as being here in 2019 and 2020. All right. And we got into Hex before it did thousands of X's. We didn't get the bottom. I was in the adoption amplifier, but by the time we formed our Discord group and stuff, people got into it at under 0.007 or something like that. Or 0.007. I don't even remember. It was so low. We got into Matic at sub a penny. We got into Cardano at 4 cents back in late 2019 to early 2020. And I feel like this cycle, if I was able to get into Hex and Matic, which were two of the best performers, and we knew about Theta too, we just couldn't get it. None of us had an exchange that was allowed Theta. So we found that early, and that would have been 1,000x or something too. So we literally hit 3 of the biggest performers last cycle. And I was only a year in. And now 6 years in, there's no way I'm missing. Like, if I do, I'm sorry. But just being here, doing research every day, watching the space, watching the macro, going down rabbit holes, understanding the Fed, understanding who actually pulls the strings, where the money comes from, and even looking at Ripple, understanding they came from the NSA. It's not an organic company, just like Meta, just like Google, just like Palantir. All the most powerful companies appear organic and they have these great stories, but the origins all tie back to the NISA. All right. How the world works. It is what it is. So you can either accept it and make money on it, or sit back, disagree, and then say, oh my God, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And that's the one thing I want to prevent is anyone watching this in a year from now, 2 years from now, saying, oh man, bro, I wish I should have done that. I coulda. Look at Relio. Look at Axelar. How many streams in the past 3 months did we, when the team left? Where was it? Like right back here at the end of last year, the team moved on to Circle and the price just dropped to historic lows. Everyone was saying, was it dead? I even questioned it. So what did I do? I did research and looked into it. And the team, from what I could find, is they accomplished everything they needed to do. There was nothing left. They built everything they needed to do. Axelar was running full steam ahead, and it was time to move on. And now the price is reflecting that. Axelar is a critical part of interoperability. Working with Ripple, working with JP Morgan, they're on stage with everybody at these events, but no one pays attention to it. So when it looked the absolute worst, when it was the hardest to buy, which I did, I bought more, even from my parents. I forced them into crypto. I saw them early in April, about a month ago, and I swapped some ETH into Axelar. It was like where was it? A month ago, like April 10th, they're down here. It was sub 5 cents. And now that buy has doubled up. So next time I see her, I can go get that ETH back and have a free bag of Axelar right there. And that's what you need to do when things are looking the worst, but everything seems fine. The team just left because they accomplished their goals. That's not a big deal. That's the progression of people. That's natural. Research coin, same thing. Got decimated. This thing was up at 74 cents. And it was up from like really low down here. And then it dropped, what's that, 98% to 5.5 cents. And I was buying sub 10 cents. I consolidated everything I had on base into research coin and a little bit of creator bid because I think they've been building and growing this whole time. So I think it will come back. But all of the other DeSci projects and stuff, they had their little pumps, but they launched in the wrong time of the market when it was just pure extraction. So I think research coin is going to do phenomenal. And now from the buys at the bottom, we got a 1.5x. We've doubled up and then up another 50%. So you can't be mad at that. You got to buy the blood. Yi has been up and down like crazy. But if you can buy the lows and then take profits, it's up a 12x in the past year. And Chaos Chris and Goo have been talking about this thing for well over a year. I got in after the big pump. I saw it running up here. I missed it. And then I bought the dip. And now I'm going to catch the next run up. And I got a big bag of yay where if I bought up at 2 cents, it would have been nothing. Now I got a couple 100,000 coins at rock bottom, and it's doubled up from the bottoms. It's an OG meme coin. It's the only one I hold. So Qubic, man, it's just a screaming buy down here. The chart does not represent what's going on behind the scenes. People have it ass backwards, and that's opportunity. The same thing with Pulse Chain. People have no clue what's going on. It's the most obvious 100x out there. But people are too stupid to see it. They have no attention span. They have no ability to critically think and do research. And it's sad. But you know what? That's our opportunity. You got to take it. Everything's getting so expensive. Nothing's going to get cheaper. They're doing a controlled demolition of the economy. They just revised jobs down another couple 100,000. So they revised down over 1 million jobs. How can you be off by that if you're the Federal Reserve? Where the hell are you getting data from? Like, it's a controlled demolition. They're doing this on purpose, and it's going to squeeze out the middle class. You're either going to move up or you're going to go down to universal basic income. And that's going to be 99% of people. It's going to be sad. But the ones that saw where things were going and asked questions, why is the dollar? Why am I feeling so broke? What's going on? And you just start looking into the Fed, where money came from, and then you find out about Bitcoin and DeFi, and you start going down the rabbit hole. And you need to be positioned where the herd isn't. Right? I draw the analogy to Pokemon all the time. Since I got full-time into crypto, I've been doing crypto and cardboard, Pokemon, Magic, and then the crypto on the side. And Pokemon boomed with the bull market in 2021, and then it went through a horrible bear market. And what did I do the entire bear market? I was buying. And now everything I bought is up 3-4x. Pokemon's in a full-blown euphoria. It's going crazy. People are fighting at Target. I saw that coming. It was so obvious. The cards in the box didn't change. People's perception of that box changed because they started getting more expensive. And when all these cryptos start getting more expensive, people are going to flood out of Pokemon. Everyone that was in flipping sneakers and flipping dildos, they all now went to flipping Pokemon cards. And the second Pokemon company opens up that new facility in North Carolina, by next year, they're going to flood the market. So the boom is going to end and people are going to come where the money is, and that's crypto. And I think this is the last time we're going to see these prices. I think after the Clarity Act and money moves in, it's going to be the institutional wave. Once we get past $5, $6, $7 trillion, the market cap's never coming back here, guys. So I see this opportunity just like Pokemon, just like the last cycle with Hex, with Matic, with Theta. It's now Qubic. It's now Stronghold. It's now Dovu, Hedera, PTGC, Hex again because it's bonded to Pulse Chain, Stellar, and Quant. Just the companies that have been building the new infrastructure for the financial system are going to be winners. They're the chosen ones. A, B, C, D, E, F, good to see you. Where in North Carolina? I want to say like Mooresville or something. Morrisville. It's expected to complete in 2027 and in production by 2028. So, guys, they're going to have the ability to print all these sets that are out now. Don't go out of print until like at least the end September or 2029, I think. Ascended Heroes, I think, goes out of print in 2029 or 2028. So they're going to flood the market with this stuff. But the Scarlet and Violet era, the 151, the stuff that I was buying when no one wanted it, they're not going to reprint that. So you're not going to be able to do what we were able to do the last 4 years moving forward because they're going to print more. So it's just like crypto with these prices this suppressed. What's good, man? Really hope we go up from here. Getting tired of all the bullshit. Hope all's well. Dude, I am too, but things are starting to move, bro. Look at this last month. Research coins up. Axelar, Relio, Stronghold had a nice move. I mean, it dipped back down now, but hopefully this is a new floor. I mean, everything's looking so good, man. We get clarity. I'm telling you, that's going to bring the money. Clarity will bring the money. And I was looking at some tweets earlier. Whoa. Senator Tim Scott says the GOP is nearing consensus, is working toward a bipartisan markup in May to advance the Clarity Act, with expectations of legislation reaching Trump's desk by summer. Coinbase says a deal has been reached on a key part of the Clarity bill. Major hurdles cleared. All right, let's see the latest. I don't want to see shit from yesterday. President Trump's expected to sign the Clarity Act this month. The market's pricing a 69% chance of approval right now. If this signed, this will inject $2.5 trillion into the market. There we go. There we go. Crypto stocks climbed on Monday as Bitcoin crossed 80K. Circle surged 18%. Coinbase rose 7% after new compromise for the Clarity Act was released. This progress has pushed Polymarket's odds to 64% of passage, with formal markups expected this week. Let's go. So we want to see, guys. Yeah, that's right. Smash them like buttons. That's right, LifeWave Patch. Appreciate you. And that is it. I got nothing else. You guys need help, you could book a one-on-one in the description. There's a link right there. We could sit down, go through your portfolio, see what you need to rebalance, reposition, make sure you have a long-term plan for the next 5-10 years, and then a plan for the next 2 years. It's super important. You want to be able to take profits and enjoy gains and not just round trip stuff. So there needs to be a good distinction of, all right, when stuff gets to a certain price, this is my plan. Or I have everything staked. I bought in so low, I don't care. I'm only going to sell my yield. I'm looking at this as a 10-year plus play, which is fine. It depends where you are in your life. Everyone's different. So what works for me could be horrible for the next person. But smash that like button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Vibra got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. Dior, that's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Vibra finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Vibra got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Vibra finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Vibra got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra's the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.